Okay, so now access and getting around. We're going to talk about how you can get to Burgundy and how you can get around, which is very important, obviously. A car, plane, train, boat, and a bike. Car. These are all autoroutes, which is a freeway or motorways in Britain that you can use to access Burgundy. Now, they are not free. They are toll roads, so you pay, but they all have lots of services on them. Every 15 to 20 miles, you get a rest stop. So these are the autoroutes in France. And Burgundy is more or less like this. This is Burgundy. And you have these are the autoroutes coming through. The A6 is the main one. The A6 is what people use. They go from Paris all the way down to the south of France. It could be A6 and then it becomes the A7. This is Lyon here. This is Dijon. Oh, no, pas Dijon. Macon. Dijon's up here. And that's what an autoroute looks like. And if you look here, you'll notice that it has, this is the Shell logo, so this is a gas station. And here, this is actually a restaurant. So you have both sides, you can get on, you get off, and you can get, though the one thing I strongly suggest is you don't fill up your tank on an autoroute because it's much more expensive. If you want to do that off, you want to do it at a centre commercial, a shopping center, it's much cheaper. Okay, by plane. There is an airport in Dijon, remember the capital of Burgundy. There is a airport, but it doesn't really have flights that go overseas. It just has within. It used to have flights. There used to be flights to London, Dijon to London, but those ended. Those stopped about 3 or 4 years ago. Quite honestly, your best if you're going to fly, you're going to come. It's like you're coming into France. You're going to go to Charles de Gaulle, Orly. You could even do Lyon if you wanted to. Lyon's very close. Lyon's about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on where you want to go. Charles de Gaulle's going to be a little bit farther because it's north. It's north of Paris. So you got to go through Paris. But these are the airports that you're probably going to want to do because Dijon there really isn't any flights. Okay, train. These are all stations that the TGV, which is train à grande vitesse, which means a high-speed train. These are all places. These are all stops on where the TGV stops. Now, these two here are directly on the TGV line. The other ones, they're not on the TGV line. In other words, what I mean is they're not on the high-speed part of the TGV because the TGV can go on high speed. It can go up to 180 miles an hour, but it can't do that on all tracks. And the next photo, you'll understand what I mean out there. So there's a TGV train. That's what it looks like. It's got the blue. Here you have the logo here. The SNCF, that is the French train company. This is the map here. So this is the map. This is Paris. And this is going right through Burgundy. This is the Creusot, which we just showed, and this is Macon. So this is the line, the TGV line, and this is the high-speed part of here. But you see it goes off here. This is Dijon, so it comes off through here, and it can go through here. So what it would do is if you were going to Dijon, you take the TGV. It'd be up to here. It'd be 180 miles an hour, and then from here it's going to be about 100, I think. So it's fast, but it's not as fast. And these are what's called a TER train, and they're regional trains. So if you're going to take a train in France, you just know what you're taking, so you understand how fast you're going to go. If you think you're taking a TGV, it should say TGV. If you're taking TER, it's going to be a train like this. They do travel fast, but they do not travel as fast as the TGV. They're very nice, though. They're inside. This is actually a newer one. I've been inside some of the newer ones. They are very nice. Okay, a boat. Yes, you can take a boat to Burgundy. And how can you take a boat? You can take a boat using the Burgundy Canal. And what the Burgundy Canal allows you to do, it allows you to go from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. Go right through France. And it links up from the Yonne River to the Saône River. And it's 150 miles long. And this is the Burgundy Canal. This is the port in Dijon. And this is very typical, a boat, a paniche, or a barge. It's a lot of barges take the canals now. It used to be, of course, for freight. Still some does, but now it's mostly for touristic. And this is a lock you have here. You can see the doors here. Blocks out the water so the boats can go through and they can raise and lower. A bike, yes, a bike. A voie verte. What is a voie verte? It means green path. And it's a bike path that runs through Burgundy. That's the bike path right there. It runs. They're expanding it. It's being expanded often, quite often. So it's being worked on. It's being built, and it's basically a bike path. You can bike from, I believe, you can go from Cluny all the way up to Dijon, I believe now, and that's what it looks like.